Hey guys, 2 watching, well, down to 1. Oh, back up to 2. Hope you're all doing well. Hey Junior, how you doing, mate? Yeah, not much. Hey Chicken Choco, haven't seen you around for a while, mate. Uh, hey Popeye. I'm not sure, Junior. I didn't really. Went through and was just taking them all off and putting them back. Um, that's really strange because I don't remember removing yours. So maybe YouTube's. Hang on, I'll add you. Maybe YouTube's having some issues. Bugger if I know. I could time you out even with a wrench, Junior. It's Ed's I need to take away. Can't trust bloody Ed. And his sister, Popeye. Yeah, I went through. I was just removing all of them, and it was just going to have so many wrenches. Uh, Too many guys were going on the block list, and I didn't know how they were getting there. So I'm not really sure. I'm starting to wonder if you don't. Oh yeah, Popeye. See, Popeye, you had a wrench too. So how the fuck did you lose yours? You and Junior, as far as I knew, had kept them. Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened, Junior. Uh, it's really strange. But not about to. No, I just got tired of finding guys. I'll just throw yours back there, Popeye. Um, just tired of finding guys on the block list and not knowing how they got there. But if I listened to you and Ed, used to would be the only ones that had wrenches, and I'm not going to let that happen, man. But I'm wondering if some of these guys that are on the block list didn't come in with troll accounts, and when you block them, when you block the troll account, maybe their other accounts get blocked with it. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, Popeye's got his. I just gave Popeye a wrench back. I want to try and keep it so that there's always wrenches around, um, but just without being too crazy anymore. No. Ed, Popeye's right. Ed's too quick on the trigger. Um, and some people don't have the same sense of humor. They don't like you know, being timed out when they've done nothing. Oh, you'll live, sister. I'm just going to try and get control back on the stream because bugger if I know what's happening. No worries, no worries, chicken checker. Yeah, I remember one year, what car was it? I think I had an XC GXL. Um, GXL was like the new version of a GT. Was a year 79, I think it was. 79 XC. Uh, I remember working on that while I was watching the Gulf War. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I hear you. I hear you, Popeye. Just sometimes, when we're in the chat talking and that, sometimes you can miss stuff. Oh, sorry, when we're on the panel talking, you can miss stuff in the chat. So it's always good to have a few wrenches around. I just can't work out how you and Junior lost yours. I was just in there a moment ago, and from what I've seen in there, you two guys still had wrenches. So I don't know why they disappeared. It's pretty weird. Unless I don't know, I've pressed something and reset them all. I don't know. So I did do a stream earlier. Should I think last time I went into your channel, Popeye, I don't remember seeing any wrenches at all. So you off today, Junior, or you working? Yeah, that's right, Junior. That's what happened. It got a bit silly. Um, and timing people out because you don't like them is ridiculous. I didn't want to see that sort of shit happening. If you want the link, Popeye, let me know. I'll shoot you the link. Um, early 3 a.m. here, but couldn't sleep, so yeah, well, something had to change, Junior. Couldn't, like I said, yeah, people were being blocked, and I don't know how it was happening. I don't know if the mods can do it at some other stage without me seeing it, but certain people, I'd go back to the block list, and every day they were sitting there in the block list again. And I removed a few wrenches, and I noticed that some of those names didn't appear on the block list anymore. So I got a half an idea it might have been who might have been doing it. Shit, man. I think you mentioned that the other day. Very lucky, mate. Workplace injuries and deaths pretty common. Okay. I mean, overtime's all good now and again to for that extra bit of cash. I never used to volunteer for overtime, but then end up when I started my own business, just worked too much. It was 7 days a week pretty well, and at one stage there, I think in 2 years I would have been lucky to have 20 days off, I guess. Just got a bit too much. But definitely thinking about getting back to work now. I'm starting to get a little bit bored. Um, Probably looked at retiring a bit too early, and it just seemed a good idea at the time. Well, at least you're still here with us, Junior. So I was thinking of doing a stream right through the early hours, maybe go out for breakfast or something. What do you mean, what's that? Don't confuse me, Junior. I'm not sure what you mean by what's that. No, mate. No, I didn't ask anything. All good. Had Joey on earlier. I don't know. He seems very quiet now. Uh, but give him time, he may get back into it all. But he did have internet connection problems, so had Larry on. He had some connection problems too. Not sure if Andy's around or not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Junior. Oh well, that's fine. You know, a lot of people like Chicken Choker is doing. He's working on his bike, so and just listening. Sometimes it is, Junior. It's all good. It's a bit like trying to get people on the panel at times. You know, sometimes a lot of people too shy. Um, Others are doing something and just listening. So that's all good. We'll see how we go. Really, it's a horrible thing to say, but really wishing I didn't have the dog sometimes. So I could travel. I think Gunner's the one you need to give your hand, Chicken Choco. Junior'd probably get in your way. It's definitely been quiet in the community. Not a great deal of live streams out there at the moment. People gone very quiet. Oh, 2 thumbs down already. Good on you guys. Good to know you're out there. Yeah, what have we got? 11 watching, 2 talking. Not bad. 9 lurkers. Right. Well, now we're dropping in the numbers. guess what is it? It's Saturday in the US, so I guess a lot of people are out doing shit, maybe working, shopping. Um, it's getting pretty late in the Philippines. Oh, here we go. Up we go. Damn dog. Spend $90 on her own bed and then she wants to sleep up here with mine. No nonsense. What's going on? You had your. Hang on, I gotta get you back on as a moderator. That's really weird, guys. I don't know what the hell happened there for you guys to lose them. Maybe I did reset something and everyone lost their wrenches. It's a great song, No Nonsense. Actually, just heard it the other day. It's always good to hear some of those old songs. What was I listening to? Um, they played Freebird from Lynyrd Skynyrd. That's always a classic. Hard to pick a favourite song actually from Lynyrd Skynyrd, whether Freebird or Sweet Home Alabama. Both songs are crazy good. Yeah, no nonsense. I was just going to change things around and just have so many people with wrenches and see how that goes. I was just sick of finding people on the block list that shouldn't be there. So I should probably just have a look what's going on because you, Junior Popeye, um, lost your wrenches and I'm not sure why because I didn't take them. I mean, I was going through the list and just really just wiping out everybody's, but I remember seeing you, Junior, and Popeye, and not. I didn't remove the wrenches from you, but whether I clicked on something that did that, I really don't know. It's very likely. Let me have a look. Just want to check it out now. Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen at the moment. Yeah, fuck. I must have cleaned something out. Wow. So everybody's lost their wrenches at the moment. Okay. So I'm going to have to give people wrenches as they come back into the stream. You was blocked. Nah, no way. Let me have a look at that again. I'll go through the block list. Definitely weren't. I didn't see you on the block list, mate. So hang on, I'm going to go check. Pretty crazy. And I don't know how everyone got wiped out of. Because there was a lot of people that I just didn't remove the wrenches from. Let me have a look. Uh, Um, okay, I'm looking here. Just taking off some of these. I don't know why. Um, if anyone hears from someone and can let me know if they're blocked or not, and I'll jump in there and have a look at it. But I'm not sure why, and I don't got no idea why it reset all the bloody wrenches. So that's really weird. Yeah, that's true, Choker. We only got metric. I couldn't comment 6 hours ago in your chat. Um, you're not on the block list. I just had a look, no nonsense. So I don't know what was happening. I mean, I still don't even realize. I've got no idea how everyone lost their wrenches. I thought I'd left some in there. So yeah, it's got me beat. So I guess I'm going to have to just add them as they come back in. It's all good. Some people might get a little bit upset about it, but like I said, I was talking earlier, no nonsense. I was finding people on the block list who I'd never blocked. Yeah, maybe someone is. No idea. You just never know. But it could have just been me clicking on something as well. Hell, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. They say everything's plug and play these days, but I don't know. Maybe plug and play is still too complicated for me. Yeah, no worries, mate. I was going to head out before and go for a bit of a drive and grab a milkshake or a thick shake, something like that. And I decided couldn't be bothered. I'll probably just stay up all night, go out for breakfast or something like that. See what happens. Do have to get out at some time and hit an ATM. But starting to get a bit stir crazy. Um, at the moment, Adelaide's just a bit too small for me. I need to get out and about, travel some. Kind of, at the moment, it's all revved up and nowhere to go. I've caught up with a sister the other day and a friend of mine. Um, My friend's got some serious health issues, so that was pretty surprising and took me aback a little bit. Didn't expect to hear, but it happens. I guess none of us are going to live forever. How you doing, Linda? Yeah, I'm okay, thanks. I don't know, MJ. I haven't seen him really. I haven't even seen any notifications that he's gone live or done any videos, so got no idea. He's big enough and ugly enough to look after himself. MJ, that's just fucking wishful thinking on your part, mate. You said he's live. Okay, let's have a look, see if you... Okay, he is live. Alright. Let's have a look. Oh, he doesn't look the best, that's for sure. He is looking a little bit worse for wear, that's for sure. Yeah, well, MJ, tell that to someone else. How you doing, Go-Go Hopping? Hang on, we were looking at a guy, his name's Barry. I can't remember the name of his channel. Philippines Life or something like that, I'm not sure. He's looking for donations for his medication. He's starting rumours there, sister. MJ, that's just wishful thinking on your part. But I'm kind of done with the attacking people. I mean, he does what he wants, and I didn't create this channel to attack anyone. He's asking for donations for meds. He needs 2,500 to get his medicine. No, no, I don't want to donate. Uh, Tell him to stop drinking and smoking, and then he can buy his medication. That's if it's true. I've just seen the live stream now, but the only ones I've seen from him lately have been these get notifications for him playing a game now and again, but I'm not about to sit there and watch him play a game. I might as well get on here and play a game myself rather than watch someone else play one. Spice Girl. No, it's probably not Mexican Jew. I mean, who knows? He's not the most forthcoming person, so forthright, I should say. Sorry. I think the channel Go-Go is Philippines Life with Bama. Let me have a look. We'll be in here. Philippine Life with Bama. That's who they're talking about. Sorry, no nonsense, but I can't play the piano, man. Excuse me. I can play drums, can play a few guitar chords. I was trying to teach myself. Still got an SG sitting over here. Play a little bit of the recorder, but not the piano. Kind of respect those that can, though. It'd be nice to be able to play, but I doubt I'd be that dedicated. Drums are easy. If you like hitting things, then that's easy to learn. You only got to enjoy hitting things and be able to count to 4. Yeah, no idea, no nonsense. Haven't seen him for about a week. He's gone underground again, so yeah, buggered if I know where he is. Gypsy was around earlier. He didn't mention him, so I mean, the little turd's probably up to something. You never know. But he's entertaining and he's funny at times. Yeah, as they were saying that, Popeye, I had a quick look and I'd agree he doesn't look good. I didn't hear what he sounds like because I didn't have the sound up, but definitely doesn't look good. But I would say, and this I'm only guessing here, that he might be struggling with money at the moment and maybe not eating right. I thought he was vaping now, MJ, as well, so I thought he might have been cutting down. So who knows? I'm not going to guess at what's wrong with him. And your fixation on him is a bit of a worry. I don't know why you're just not getting out there and enjoying yourself, mate. Why would you want to worry about him? He's been back on the cigarettes. Oh, okay. Man, you're young. You got money. Yeah, I know. I want to, no nonsense. Thankfully, I was kind of a late starter to it, so yeah, yeah, I believe that, Popeye. Um, I definitely believe that he's not shy to ask. That's for sure. How's things going, Linda? Just getting closer to catching up with Brian, or it's a shame he had to close his channel down. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know what, MJ? I don't feel sorry for him. Oh, no worries, Linda. That's good. I'm glad to hear. I don't feel sorry for him, MJ. Um, I just don't have the time to sit there and you know attack the guy, and you know, I don't wish anything bad of him. It'd be good if he can get his shit together. I just don't know if it will happen. He's kind of stuck. He's between a rock and a hard place. I mean, although he can live, I guess, better than he can in the States with the money he gets, um, he's still going to struggle on what he does get over there. Yeah, I hear you, Popeye. I feel sorry for that too. Jesus, no nonsense. Up yours. Yeah. I guess the only thing is Popeye. I guess as word gets around, people will avoid him. There you go. No nonsense. You're the flower girl. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Is he? Is he? Does he have to wear pink, Linda? You're gonna fit him out in pink with a little bouquet of flowers and put ribbons in his hair. If you do, make sure you get a good shot of that so we can put it over YouTube. I think no nonsense would look good in pink. Sorry, mate. Popeye, come on, don't stick up for him. This is no nonsense we're talking about. One of the original four horsemen of the apocalypse. You know, I can still time you out, no nonsense. Oh, so it must be what give me a look. I'll see what's roughly what time. I know there's a bit of a time difference from one coast to the other, but okay, so just after lunchtime for you, maybe Popeye. Well, at least you've had your coffee and probably awake. I went out a bit earlier and got myself one. Brides don't have best men, Linda. Only the groom has a best man, and that's for him to pick. If you get no nonsense there, he's going to spike all the drinks. You have you have people climbing up the walls. Good on you, no nonsense. I don't think so. He's your best friend, okay? Yeah, I don't think so. No nonsense. That ain't gonna happen, buddy. Fuck knows what sort of fantasies you have, but leave me out of them, mate. Not interested in being part of any of your fantasies, you weird bastard. Yeah, I asked him before, mate. Look, I'll put the link in the chat if anyone wants to use it. You got MJ there. MJ might want to come on. Well, I tell you what, I hear you, Popeye. Don't be shy. I'm not shy, no nonsense. You mad fucker. I'll keep that in there for a few seconds, then I'm going to take it out again. kind of thanks, Linda. It's kind of been quiet lately, guys. I don't know what's going on. If everyone's taken a break from YouTube, or it hasn't been the same crowd around. That's for sure. Okay, we got someone in the background. I can hear him sneaking in. Here we go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, weddings. Love weddings, dude, man. The bridesmaid. I mean, definitely. Like,
Uh,
if you can
well,
bang out a few bridesmaids in the coat room, you're doing good, you know.
yeah, he's good, Linda. He was on earlier. Didn't have much to say, but he is around. Look, I mean, I can only go back to my own wedding, Popeye, and fuck, I look back at that now, and look at all the money I spent, and I could fucking cry.
Oh Jesus, yeah, yeah. Ain't no sense in crying over spilt milk, though. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, you're dead right, dead right. But fuck, I can't even. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you the last time. I couldn't tell you the last time I even went to a wedding. To be honest with you.
I don't know. They do it different these days. A lot of people.
Well, I mean, in my day, you got married, people would bring gifts and whatever, but now it seems they give you a book with a list of things that they want.
Yeah, they put
And
you on a register. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's not a silly idea, I guess.
Nah, not terribly, but you know, to me, a wedding these days just the same as a funeral. Okay. Uh,
Well, I can warn some of you guys that are about to get married. It can be, it could be
you
the
know,
death of you.
it's the beginning of the end, guaranteed. You know.
Uh, I have a two YouTube shut down temporary. Jesus, sister, you got a lot of luck with YouTube channels. Oh, look, marriage is not that bad. We make fun of it and that, but just got to find the right person.
Hmm.
As simple as
Yeah.
that. And I mean, that's a bit like a lottery, isn't it? Because you just never know.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You, you know, the odds aren't great.
No,
That
not
you go,
anymore.
yeah, that you're gonna stay together, and so that's why I'm really like to be part of the 4F club.
What's the 4F club?
Oh, you find them, you feel
Oh,
them, you F them, and you forget them. Okay, it's a 4F club. Okay, just like the
oh,
4H club, man. Only a little bit different. You know?
Jesus. Okay, these anacronyms are all new to me.
I'm speaking Bostonian to you.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Someone told me Popeye, and it, it rings so true. But someone said to me, "You don't really know a woman until you divorce them."
ah, well, do you know what the three rings of marriage are?
No.
Oh, first comes the engagement ring, then comes the wedding ring, and then comes the suffering. Okay? Yeah, it's all good, bro.
Uh,
It's all good. It's all good.
the three rings. Shit. I better not repeat that one. I could get myself in trouble.
Uh,
Oh Jesus. I guess is that something from the founding fathers or?
yeah, when I was sailing with John Paul Jones, he told me that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was John Paul Jones. That was Ed's son, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, we make too much fun of Ed. Poor Ed. He was around earlier. I thought he might be around still because you just never know with him. He doesn't seem to sleep very often.
Yeah. He says he only sleeps like 4 hours a night. What's up with this? No nonsense. What age at Popeye Thunder is too
Oh,
young?
He's talking about the club. What age to join?
Oh, wow. That all depends on your social standing, okay, and where you're at in the world. And I would have to say, if you're in some places, no money, no honey, okay. All right. Other places, they just throw it at you, man. Okay. But you know, legal age is different everywhere, so I really wouldn't even know where to begin with that. That's a vast topic. What's too young? Well,
Oh shit!
man,
Yeah, that's almost one of those subjects like politics and religion. You're going to get so many arguments over that one.
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. You,
Um, I know it's an issue in the Philippines for sure. I mean, they're always talking
mhm.
about it.
And then you got to look at the standards. I mean, say you're a father, you got daughters, dude. You don't want some asshole like yourself coming around your daughters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
I, you just don't want it. You know, you don't want your little girl to ever grow up in that fashion. Okay? And then you got the old mindset. Oh, you know, ha, he's a
Yeah,
boy. He's a boy. Boys will be boys.
yeah. There's too
And
much of that.
mhm.
There's definitely double standards. Hey, Lefty, how you doing? Uh, and you know what? I'd if I had a daughter, Papa, I'd probably be guilty of that myself.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
and
as go for it.
yeah, it's quite understandable too. You know, and that's the way I see it. And it's one of those questions that's like it's like somebody saying to me, "Is God real?" You know, you're not going to answer that one, babe. No way, Jose. Uh,
It's funny though, as a father of, like, I've only got a son, but if I know if I had a daughter, my attitude would be a lot different with my daughter. That's for sure. I don't know what
yeah,
it is for dads. I mean, I guess it's that being overprotective, knowing what guys can be like.
yeah. Uh, and when you're the father of a daughter, some guy looks at your little girl, you know what's going through his fucking mind. Okay? You know exactly what's going through his fucking mind. You know all the fucking dirty little things he wants to do, too. Okay?
Yeah, that's a
All right?
worry.
It's fucking fact. It's not fiction, all right? And, but that's the way I see it, man. And then on this channel, I've heard you guys argue age difference. So that's another one. Oh my fucking God. You know?
That's a hard one because there's so many different factors that come into play. Like I guess the maturity of the girl. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, the one thing I won't deny is that you can have an age gap and you can still have real love, but
Hmm.
I it would s- I don't think that's the norm, especially when we're talking in the Philippines. I
Yeah.
think there's more a security thing with the younger girls with older men. I guess that they think the older men, and for the most part they're right, won't cheat on them, can support them. So I guess there's that security part of it with them, but that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
there can't be love.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm like 60 years old and some 25-year-old girl rolls over, hugs me in the morning, and she says, "I love your wallet," I'm gonna thank her. Okay, I'm gonna say thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. All right, and I'm gonna give her a little peck on the cheek and say, "Thank you. I like your non-wrinkled, tight ass little body." Okay.
Lefty, I don't know what happened, mate. I was trying to remove some wrenches earlier, and I must have clicked something because it's reset everybody. So I'm having to return them as I see people. Do you know the piano is on my foot?
On my foot.
How you doing? By the way, again, I watched that video where you were watching the girl in the shop window there, and you were there too long, mate. you were a pervert.
Oh man, I tell you, I was when I was on my last ship. I remember one time we pulled into Livorno, Italy. Okay, and it's an army base there, and we said screw it. We hit the base, and then we went out in town, and I'm sitting there with this Italian chick, man. She's a big gal too. Yeah. And my guys were making fun of me. They were like, "Ah, you like them big?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Check her legs out, man. She's got Steinway legs, man. All right." And Steinway from the piano.
Yep. I knew exactly what you're talking about.
And they all started laughing, and after that, they nicknamed me the Piano Man. You know the Billy Joel song.
Yep, definitely. At the end of the day, I know, it's nice, looking at these girls with the skinny bodies and the big boobs and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, really, it comes down to what she can do with her body and what she's like on the inside. To me, if she's a good person and she knows how to use that body, who cares if she's got a bit of extra weight?
I mean, really, I thought she was a very nice girl because she only charged me one bottle of champagne, and I got what I wanted. Okay.
Cheap drunk.
All right, and I got what I wanted, and I went back to the ship pretty fucking happy. All right. Okay. There you go. You got your first sea story on on the Thunder GT show.
I mean, some of the stories I guess sailors could tell, man. They'd be so strange that I guess you couldn't even make up some of those stories, that happen.
No, you can't, but they happen, man, and it's fucking funny, man. I'd say one of the best stories I was ever involved in actually is I remember my first tour of duty on the Eisenhower. Okay, we were out on the strip all night in Virginia Beach, just drinking our asses off, having a great time, and we took a cab back to the ship and we're walking up the pier. And me and two other shipmates of mine, one was Andy, one was Bill. And Bill was on my left hand side. And no, Andy was on my left hand side and Bill was on my right hand side. And I'm shooting the shit with Bill. And all of a sudden, I hear splash. And I'm like, what the fuck? And me and Bill, we turned around and Andy was fucking gone. He was so drunk. He walked off the pier in between the ship and the pier and went into the water. Okay. And that's the first time I saw a man overboard called while the ship was in port.
Oh, shit.
And I remember this fucking commander. He come down as we were fishing him out, and he told me and Billy. He says to us, he goes, "You two fucking dumbasses, go hit your fucking rack, and I don't want to hear a word out of you the rest of the night." And I was like, "Oh fuck, I got off easy." But it was funny, man. He just walked right off the fucking pier, man. Didn't say a word, didn't scream or nothing. All you heard was the splash.
Could you imagine those commanders? Some of the shit they would have seen in their times, you know.
Oh, fuck yeah.
With the amount of crew that go through on their ships and that, and and obviously anything that happens probably gets brought before them. I mean, some of the stories they could tell. But then again, I guess you guys, if you're smart enough, you keep it so that your commander never finds out.
No, man, you don't tell an officer shit, man. You don't tell them nothing. Okay, if you done did dirt, you keep it to yourself. Oh my lord!
What made you get out?
I figured 20 years was enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I had a retirement check coming, so I think it was time to say bon voyage.
Is there any bonuses for going over the 20 years?
No, but I used to get bonuses for re-enlisting.
Okay.
Okay. The first bonus I ever got was when I re-enlisted and went to the Philippines. They gave me 10,000. Okay.
Shit. Damn.
That was a pretty fucking stupid thing to do. Give me 10,000 and send me to Philippines. Okay. But it was what it was, you know. And I got a few bonuses over the years for re-enlisting, and that's that. But the only bonus you get for staying past 20 years is maybe another rank or some more lines on your face or cirrhosis of the liver. Okay.
Well, there'd be no. I mean, when you're out on the ship, there'd be a no drinking policy, wouldn't it? You'd only drink in ports.
You could drink in port, but you can't drink on the ship, man.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah. Only the English do shit like that.
Oh no! Look who we got here.
Who you got?
The man of the hour. The goat herder.
The goat herder?
Ed Lippett. Ed.
Ed Lippett, man. He can herd a goat in a single bound.
Yeah. Well, I heard he chases them around.
Are you a goat chaser? Well, it's better to be a goat chaser than a goat fucker, okay? That's all I can tell you about that. You know, I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings by saying that. There's so many sensitive people out there, GT.
Yeah, so true. There you go. Go Ed, I'm going to take that out again in a minute if you want to come on and join Popeye and I. We just don't want to hear your Air Force stories because they're not as much fun as the Navy ones, mate.
I told you there's only two real branches of the United States Armed Service, and that is Army and Navy. Okay? Now, the Air Force is a corporation. United States Armed Service.
Well, the Air Force used to come under the Army, didn't it?
Navy. Yeah. And turn your YouTube off, Ed. And the Marine Corps is a cult. All right? You remember that, you'll do okay.
Yeah, you're still there, Nathan. Look, I will never say anything bad or derogative about the Marine Corps, Popeye, because what those boys did in World War II on those Japanese beaches.
Oh, yeah, there's some badass motherfuckers, and you got to be in a cult to do shit like that. Okay? See, when we rag on each other, like when I rag on Ed, or I rag a little bit on the Marine Corps or the Air Force, that's all just esprit de corps.
We're allowed to do that to each other.
And we do that to each other. But in the end, we're all one, man. Look out.
See, the thing is, we're allowed to do that to each other. Like a regular civilian, if they talk like that to one of us, we get pissed off. But we're allowed to do it each other. That's authorized, right?
It's just funny though, because I mean, you talk about like Navy and Army, but shit. I mean, like I said, I like my history, and the Marines, mate. That they probably took some of the worst beatings of any of the services during World War II on those Japanese beaches, mate. I mean, hats off to those guys, mate. They were.
Well, because the Army was still busy fighting in Europe, so they couldn't take credit for the Pacific.
Oh yeah, but I guess when it still comes down to landing troops from ships to land, it's always going to be a Marine, and those battles from on Okinawa and Iwo Jima, mate. I mean, that's got to be some of the fucking toughest.
Did
fighting.
You know that the Marine Corps is a department of the Navy?
Yep.
Oh no.
Yes, it is. The Department of the Navy.
Yep. All you got to do is read their seal, and it is true. They're a department of the Navy. And do you know why the Marine Corps has the best looking uniforms?
Good question. No idea.
Well, it's very simple. The Navy likes to dress their bitches up.
Oh, Popeye, that is wrong. That's so wrong. That is so wrong.
And, that's the type of shit we hit each other with.
That is so good. That is so right, though.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong, Ed.
I ever tell you the 3 most dangerous things in the Navy?
No.
Oh, this is simple, man. A bosun mate with a pen. Okay. A yeoman with a paintbrush.
Oh no.
Okay. And the third and foremost you must remember at all times is an officer with an idea. Right?
Oh shit.
All right, it's military joke day. All right, I even pick on. I'm even so fucking fair. I pick on my own. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I seen. This is going back a little while ago. I'm not sure which aircraft carrier it was, but when you see how many guys on there, and I mean, they got fucking McDonald's or something on aircraft carriers.
Oh yeah, yeah. When
What
I
the
was on the Eisenhower, we had over 5,500 guys on that ship. Okay, it's a floating city.
Yeah,
and
shit.
We pull into a port, right? Say we go to Naples, Italy. Man, it was fucking great, man, because I could come back from town drunk as a skunk, and there would be all the mess cooks on the pier with grills making hamburgers, what we affectionately call sliders. Okay. And get a nice greasy burger to, keep all that alcohol down. Life was good, man.
UK troops say American troops, all the gear but no idea.
I was sound asleep. I just woke up again. I had a nightmare. I had a dream, man. I was sound asleep, and all of a sudden I see myself stepping on the train track, and the switch was going off my foot. I kind of like ran over by a train, so I jumped out of bed.
Well, there you go, mate. Go-go hopping has just shot a fire across the bow of Popeye's ship there.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I tell you, when I went up to the North Atlantic, all right, we did an exchange with the British sailors and American sailors. We sent some of the American sailors over to the British ship while we were having a joint exercise, and they sent some of the British guys over to my ship, and a few of them landed in my division, right? So this one sorry sod, he's like, mate, where can I, we're done with turning two. Where can I get a pint? And everybody broke up laughing, man. Sorry, dude. No alcohol allowed on this ship. We don't drink. We're sober 24/7. Okay. And they're pretty good guys. They're pretty good guys. I showed them around the ship, and
Did you show them the barrel at the back?
No. I didn't give them the barrel treatment, Ed, because I knew you weren't in. If I knew you were in the barrel, Ed, I'd give them the barrel treatment.
Yeah, that'll help. Hey, Junior. I'll tell you, I've worked with every branch of service, every kind of exercise. And truthfully, the Marines are the best branch of service to work with. Because you ask them, you tell them to jump, they say, how far?
Yeah, they do.
Yes, the Navy they're ridiculous. I remember one time we had a big screw for a ship we were moving out. And when we move cargo, the first thing after you move this piece of cargo, you send a report to the next station that it's coming in exactly the whole load on the airplane. Well, we just take it we just type it in right to the comm center, it goes and it's gone. The Navy, they classify the sucker. Like, I remember they sent the exact same report I sent, unclassified. The Navy classifies it. I just sit there and shake the head. What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, we classify everything. Man.
Every message, everything they send is classified. Because they don't like saying where the ships are. But goddamn, that's the most ridiculous thing you tell. That's funny about the Navy. They don't like, they're so classified about the ship moving. But when a ship comes in, there's 50 million girls at the bottom. Come in, Navy boy. Yes.
Dude, those girls in the Philippines knew we were pulling in before we actually knew we were pulling in. For Christ's sake,
they knew you exactly what time too.
So Ed, are you in the bathroom sitting on the shitter? I hear this huge echo. I hear this huge echo.
I don't know what's going on with my leg. I hear myself talking.
Sounds like your house is empty. Did she take all the furniture and go back to the province then?
No, she's in the province. What do you mean, go back to the province?
See, I guessed half right.
We live in the province. You don't got too far to go. She's there. She comes out tonight. Honey, can we buy a car? What in the hell is you? What is wrong with you, girl? No.
Buy her a car, man.
No way.
Dude, look. What? You're Ed Lippett. You're supposed to take her back to the land of the big PX and buy her air-conditioned Honda. What do you think, GT?
Oh, I reckon he's a cheapskate, mate.
And I think he's a cheapskate. I want you to listen to the pronunciation of my last name. There's two P's in there. Lip P.
Yeah, but my Boston. Look, Ed Lippett, man. My Bostonian tongue doesn't allow me to do that.
You can't get that second P. You must.
I park the car in Harvard Yard. I go get a beer. All right.
Yes,
so please forgive me, Ed.
I'll forgive you this time, but don't let it happen too much now. Try to remember that.
All right, you got it, Ed. Whatever you say, bro. You're the man.
That's all right. Thank you.
I tell you what, you're a tough act to follow, Ed.
She wants to buy a car. I said, you're out of your mind.
Get her a car, you cheap bastard.
No way. I was driving over here.
You spend all that money on fucking cement, and you won't fucking get her a car.
No, I still got to buy more cement next week. Jesus Christ.
Come on, you can afford it, Ed. Get her a car.
I can afford it, but she's not getting one. No way.
Next week, mate, there'll be a fucking horse and buggy out the front. And Ed'll be going, here you are.
Her father has the tricycle. What do I want to buy a car for? Jeez.
Well,
If I knew, when you go someplace, you tell your father to take you in a tricycle.
pretty handy, mate, having a car.
For what?
Driving it. Have you forgotten how to drive, Ed?
No, I don't think I had my car. My license expired. I knew you knew it. I want to go back.
Shit, I had a car when I was in Philippines. I used to drive
I
from
did too.
Olongapo to Manila and
I had a
back.
car.
And
I had a car for 8 years in the Philippines. I drove all over the country.
there you go. Get a car
Car.
and be a
I don't need
sport,
a car.
man.
I don't need a
Get
car.
get a car, man.
Listen, if I want to go any place, I have the tricycle. I can get in the tricycle, go right into town, right to the bus station, get on the bus, and go to wherever I want to go.
You know what I think you should do, Ed? I
What
think
should I do?
you should start a GoFundMe to get your girl a car. Okay.
No, if I start GoFundMe before cement.
There you go. That'll be the name of my next stream. We'll start GoFundMe for Ed Lippiet's car.
No, I don't need a car. I need cement.
I think I'll do a Popeye short on it. You do a stream, I'll do a Popeye short on it. JJ.
But today I see the carpenter come down today. I said, "Oh my goodness, she's actually going to start on that wall." Here she's still building her pig pen in the back. She's getting 4 more pigs Saturday. 4 more
Yeah,
pigs.
just think you get a car, you could throw a pig in the back, you know?
Uh,
All right.
Here's my wall still has to go up. When they say Trump build a wall, man, they should say I'm trying to build a wall. I can't get the wife to do it. Here she is, the guy doing a pig pen. Like, what's more important, a pig pen or my wall? She goes,
Oh,
"The
you
pig
sound like Trump, man. Build the wall. Build the
That's
wall.
right. Build a wall." And they go, "What's more important?" I said, "What's more important, that pig pen or my wall?"
How
She
you
goes,
doing, Randall?
"The pig pen's more important right now." Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good morning, Randall. Good morning, Randall.
Oh, Randall R is here. How you doing, bugger?
Randall, how's it going?
Yeah, we got it's Military Day here on the channel, mate. We're hearing all the old Navy stories and.
I don't have no Air Force stories. I lived a sheltered life for 21 years. I didn't do nothing.
I don't know if you can see that. Go Hopping just asked a lot of live streams on your channel. What do you usually talk about, Popeye?
Man, I talk about sea stories. I talk about politics.
He talks about dipshits. He talks.
I talk about dipshits. Yeah, you put that correctly, Ed.
You know, that's the way you put
Shit
that.
like that. And I have guests on. I talk about blogging with my other guest, who's actually now my co-host.
Oh, who's that? Who's that?
Nico, the Nico Experience. He's my co-host.
Okay.
And we have some, and we like to try to make people laugh too. You know what I mean? We definitely like to try to make people laugh. It's like I'll tell you this, man. I remember when I was working on the U.S. Naval Magazine in Philippines. My tracker, he got me a baby monkey, right? And I stuffed that motherfucker in my gym bag and put it over my shoulder, and I took him home. And at that time, I lived out in Mabayuhan. So, you okay? You all right? All right.
No.
And so at that time, I lived out in Mabayuhan, and I came home and I slid the bag across the room, and I said, "Hey, sweetie, will you unpack that for me?" And she reached her hand in, and that monkey climbed right up her fucking arm and started hugging her head. And she was screaming like a banshee, man.
Jesus.
One of those little monkeys?
No, it's a rhesus monkey.
Reese's, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I named him Charlie. Okay. And Charlie, he was fucking cool, man. I go lay down in my bed. He'd come in the room. He'd hop up on the bed. He'd lie on my chest, listen to my heartbeat, you know. And He's just a good little bugger. And then when he got old enough, I was like, I really can't keep him, because he was getting big, and he was going to turn into a bull monkey soon. So what I did is I put him in the car and I drove on base and I went out to the back to the U.S. Naval Magazine and I released him back into the wild. He only lived with me for about 9, 10 months, and he was just getting too big. I mean, I was feeding the bastard really good too, man. He got bananas every day. He got rice every day. You know, there was
Why,
nothing that little bastard wanted for.
Wanker, see, the thing is, we're speaking American, speaking English. Popeye has to learn how to speak English too. Because people
Uh-huh.
outside the country, they don't know how to speak English either.
Oh, Jesus,
Just
Ed.
let you know,
Mate,
up in Boston, up there, they can't speak English either.
Dude, we speak proper English up
Oh,
in Boston.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. They parked the car again.
oh,
Oh,
shit.
gosh.
No, you might have
Ed,
to go.
don't,
You might have to go pirate on him, Popeye. Make him walk the
don't,
plank.
don't make me
I,
come down there to your fucking province with a gym bag with a couple of monkeys in it, all right?
that's all right. I'll get my goat tattoo. I did just jungle training up in Subic, back up there behind the Navy magazine up there. So we might have
Yeah,
ate your
well,
monkey. We might have ate your monkey. I don't know.
you
What's
might
this?
have.
We might have ate your monkey because we had to go up there. They dropped us off for 3 days. It was just a weekend training. They dropped us off on Friday and they came back for a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, he went up to Just Mag to do jungle training.
Yeah.
Right. They teach little hotel rats like him how to start a fire with a couple of sticks, and they teach them how to drink water out of a bamboo, out of live bamboo, so they don't poison themselves.
We did all that good kind of good junk. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a blast.
Uh, and
No,
they love it. They love
but
it when they get.
I was in a unit that my unit. I did what for my first tour. Now I was in a regular airport on a big base, just loading and offloading airplanes, getting rocketed every couple other days. But my second tour now, I was in what they call a mobile aerial port squadron, and our job was to actually go support troops on the front lines. If there was an airstrip, we landed on it. And that was the whole thing. We were all over that damn country. Quezon, uh, Songli, every place. You name it, we landed there. And then after that, the rest of my time was in a mobile aerial port. That was just all our job was. We didn't do anything on the strat side, the big business side of it. Our job was strictly to support operations, no matter where they were. And that was a cool job. Like I was never home; I was always gone. Been in some really lovely places, but we had to live sometimes. Even though I was in the Air Force, we did have to live in tents every once in a while. And I was a couple of times, like we'd go to Korea for Team Spirit. We'd have to live in tents, things like that. It wasn't all.
Ed, let me tell you this. Stop right there, Ed. Let me tell you
Yeah.
this. Look, the Navy uses the stars to navigate. Okay, the Army uses the stars to get a fix on position. Okay, the Air Force uses stars to rate hotels.
Yes,
Okay.
we did. Yes, we did. But not all the time, though. Sometimes we had to rough it.
All right, come on. Just tell the fucking truth. Tent my
Now
ass.
we did rough it every once in a while. Most of the time, it depends where we went. Now, a lot of times we did have to rough it, but most of the time we had to rate the hotel. I'll admit it. They're gonna pay me. They're gonna pay me 125, $200 a day per diem. We're gonna stay in the hotel.
Jesus Christ, man. You fucking Air Force dudes. Every time I go over to MacDill, right?
Yeah.
As I went over to McDill last weekend, and I get over there and I stop at the gate and I give the Air Force chick my ID card,
Uh,
and she looks at the ID card and then looks at me, looks at the ID card and then looks at me. So I take my sunglasses off and I said, "Yeah, it's me. I went fucking gray. Okay, sorry,
dude,
that's life."
yeah.
And
Do you
she
have a
went, "Hee hee, sir.
do
I,
you have a big
I,
chicken car? Do you
you
have a big
should get your picture updated, right?"
yeah.
And I'm like, "Dude, you should wear a fucking paper bag over your fucking head. You're the first
Oh,
ugly Air Force chick I ever laid eyes
oh,
on."
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have
I,
a
I
do you
mean,
have a
dude, she was uglier than a dirty bag of assholes. And
yeah,
I mean, I was very disappointed. Usually, I only see hotties in the
yeah,
Air
most of
Force,
them,
man.
yeah. Do you have a
I mean,
McDonald's sticker
this
on your car? Popeye, do you have a sticker? A McDonald's sticker?
no, don't need it.
Why? Why not?
Uh, they don't have stickers for the cars anymore. All you got to do is stop and show your military ID.
Really? They don't have stickers in the cars no more?
Yep, those
Wow.
days are over, man. So, like,
Wow.
I'm looking at her, and you ever hear that old saying that a chick got beat with the ugly stick?
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah. Oh,
Most
this fucking broad got beat with the whole fucking tree, Ed. I shit you not, man.
oh my
Jesus.
Shit, I shit you not, man. It was embarrassing. I said, "Thank God I don't have the great
God.
Ed Lippett with me." You know.
Oh, did you go to what? Did you go to the commissary?
Yeah, I went to the commissary, man. They had great fucking sale on food, man. I got ribeye and New York strip for $4.29 a pound, man.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all when it's usually about $9.50 a pound.
Yeah, there's still some deals that you can get in the commissary.
Dude, you gotta get a lot of good deals. Plus, I don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, that's the good part about it.
Hmm.
I'll tell you the BX system though. That's just a BX system. I don't like the BX.
Yeah.
Because that's just that's like you're just going to a high price store buying things because the price in the BX reading, it's named items and
Hmm.
I'd rather go to Walmart. I swear to God.
I always get great deals on computers there over at the MacDill Air Force Base on the
Yeah.
PX. You
Mhm.
know.
When I was in the States, I bought a lot of things online from the exchange system. So you can shop online if you want to.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, what do you think, GT? If you come over here, I'll fucking take you to a hockey game, okay?
Oh man, that would be so cool.
And then I'll take you over to the base the next day and see if we can hook you up with an Air Force girl so you can get your green card.
Yeah,
yeah, you're working on a green card with somebody else.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
working on a green card with somebody else.
I yeah.
So
Don't let Crystal
Oh,
hear that. She'll cut my nuts off, man.
yeah,
she'll cut your huevos off, man.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I apologize.
He's getting a green card off a little chick in California.
All right,
Yeah,
chickadee da 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 da
yeah,
day.
and
California.
she's pretty fiery, mate. So I wouldn't. I don't want to mess with her.
All right, carry on smartly. Long as you
Yeah,
get your green, long as you get your green card, GT. I'm just trying to help you out here. I'm just trying to help a brother out, man. You know what I mean?
no.
All right.
Yeah, no, not the BX system is not too much discount to 50%. It's more just you're paying tax free. You're not paying taxes. That's all.
Yeah,
Uh,
there probably wouldn't be a big difference in the prices, really, would there?
Not really. Some things in BX are expensive. It just depends. Like the commissary system is different. You do save a lot in the commissary system.
And what? So the commissary thing is what, that an Air Force or Navy thing,
That's all. That's all. All
or
by
for all of them? The same with the
yeah,
PX.
yeah. When you say commissary, that's where you get all your food.
Okay.
That's the grocery
When
market.
when you say PX, that's where you get your clothing, um,
Anything.
you know,
Department
uh,
store.
all your electronics, clothing, shit like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
But,
one was tied to a certain military organization or something, but
And
oh.
you still serve the Class 6, don't you?
Yeah. See, the Air Force will call it a BX. The Army will call it a PX.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I've
And
heard.
then
Yeah.
and the Navy will call it the Navy Exchange. Okay. But all four branches where you get food, they call it a commissary.
Okay.
How's the Class 6 store? The booze store? Are you still saving money there? Booze is cheap.
What'd you say?
How's the Class 6 store? The Class 6 store, the booze, the liquor store. Class 6.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah, they got that there. You save big money on
They pay
booze,
big money
man.
on booze, yes, you do.
Yeah, if you're an alcoholic, that's heaven
Right.
for you right
That's
there.
heaven, yes.
Okay.
Go to Class 6 or 7. Yes,
Wow. Hmm.
yes.
What
That's
part
the
of
thing.
What part of Cali is she in there, GT?
LA County, mate.
L.A. County.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Um,
I spent 6 years in California, man.
San
Lived
Diego.
lived in Long Beach, lived in San Pedro, lived in Belmont Shores. You know, um, don't ever want to go back, man.
you didn't like it?
Uh, I just like the weather is the same every fucking day. Um,
Yeah.
a lot of the girls are so fucking snobby that if they had their noses so high in the air, if it rained, they'd fucking drown. Okay.
Shit.
All right.
We used to go
Uh,
citywide down in North Island all the time, down in Coronado.
I like Coronado, man.
Yeah, North
Coronado
Island
is
is
a
so
fun
nice.
place to go. Yeah.
North Island, NAS, Naval Air Station.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a lot of good places to go in California, though. You know, I have to say that if you're a wino, go out to Napa Valley, man.
Yeah.
Get your wine on, GT, huh? Little wine and cheese, huh? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, the beaches look pretty cool down that way. I haven't,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the only beaches I've really seen on the East Coast would be like the Florida beaches. So I don't know what the rest of the East Coast is like, but California's definitely got some good surfing beaches, but not that I'd surf there, mate, with the amount of shark attacks they get between there and San Francisco.
Dude, you want to see some good surfing beaches? Like every summer, my pop used to take us up to New Hampshire. Okay, this place called Hampton Beach. They always had monster fucking waves, but the only problem is you're talking the North Atlantic now. Okay, the North Atlantic Ocean. Even though it's June and July and it's hotter than two rats making love in a wool sock, that water is like ice friggin' water. Okay.
Look where you are. Look how far north you are. My goodness, it's going to be like that. I'll tell you, that's one thing. The Philippines, where I am, there's no surf. There's no
Yeah, I
surf.
noticed that, and
The Philippines is very, very. There might be areas that you can surf, but there's not too many.
Oh,
Not too many.
Australia is known for surf.
Yeah.
yeah, we got lots of good surfing beaches here.
Hmm.
But I guess for us, I mean, it's different for wherever you are, but for us, we always hear probably the big ones are like Pipeline and that in Hawaii, and
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
for surfing. And there's a place off of, I think it's Portugal or something like that, where they got massive waves as well.
Yeah,
But
Lisbon.
yeah, I guess I mean California comes to mind because of the beach boys and the surfing
Hmm.
lifestyle there. But yeah,
How was the
Hawaii.
surf up in Malacapulco? How was the surf up in Subic?
There ain't no surf in Subic, man.
I've never seen all the Philippines I've ever been. I've never really seen a big waves.
Now, if you want to go to a really good beach in California, one I used to go to all the fucking time, when you get there, have your honeycoat take you to Huntington Beach.
Yeah, Huntington's nice beach. I've been there.
It's a sweet beach, man. You will like it, Thunder.
White sand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just awesome, awesome place to go, man.
And
I
it's
used
good
to
beach.
get out and go.
Oceanside has a good beach too.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice beach in Oceanside, California. Orange County. Yeah. I tell you, I spent 6 months in California. No, it wasn't 6 months. My first tour back to Vietnam. Almost. Let me see.
Hmm.
1970. No, my second tour back to Vietnam. 72. Yeah, from 72 to 74. I spent on Norton Air Force Base, San Bernardino, and that's it at the base of the mountains. Arrowhead, Big Bear. Norton Air Force Base sits at the base of that mountain. I was on that base 6 months before I knew a mountain was there. That's how bad the fog comes in. The smog came in and sat right at the base of that mountain. I
Hmm.
was there for 6 months and didn't know there was a mountain there until one day I walked outside while going to work. I was off base going to work. I get on base and all of a sudden I see a big mountain at the end of the runway. Like, what the hell is that? Where did that come from? I was there 6 months. I said, Jesus. But
Yeah.
that's the greatest location, San Bernardino County, because you're right there at the mountain. Then an hour away, you could go to Orange County, Riverside County, Orange County, L.A. Everything's just right
Uh,
there.
uh,
It was
I used
amazing.
to be stationed out there. You know where Fallbrook is at?
Yeah, I've heard it. I never know where it is, but I've
Yeah,
heard
I
it.
was stationed out there on the ass end of Camp Pendleton on a naval base called Fallbrook, and
I've heard it, but I don't know what it was. Yeah.
yeah, all it has is some ammunition bunkers and shit like that.
Yeah, that's those ammunition depot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cake duty. I mean, I was there for like 13 months, cake duty, man.
But I used to love going to North Island. We used to go down there every month. For one weekend a month, we'd have to go to North Island to offload two airplanes.
They
That
got
was,
good restaurants down there, man, in
yeah.
North Island, man.
And that's
Coronado.
what we made money down there. And every
Hmm.
time we go there, they try to make us stay in Navy BAQ, bachelor's quarters, or whatever the hell they are. Or they
Yeah,
try to
that's
make.
below you, right, Ed?
Well, that's
That's
right.
what
That's
you
below us.
consider that two-star accommodations, Ed.
That's 1-star accommodation. We used to tell them, hey, okay,
See
you
how
can't
I get
take.
treated, Thunder?
No, that's when we go.
Air
That's when we do
Force.
true
Air
integrity.
Force.
No, we used to use true integrity. The crew had to stay together. You can't split our crew up. We had to stay
Yeah.
together. And that's all we say. And they say, okay, right off base to a hotel. And at that time, it was $125 a day per diem. And we're down there for 2 nights. $125 then just to go down there for the little two airplanes. That was it. That was
See why I call these bastards a corporation?
yeah.
$125 per diem per day, man. Ah,
And
he's
the
talking
thing is,
about
and the
corporations
thing
do
is,
that. They talk about bringing in the money. You know what I mean?
uh,
Pissing it
and
up the
listen,
wall,
and
GT.
listen to
See
this.
what I'm talking about there, man?
And listen to this. The thing is, we used to always get the receipt from the hotel, but at the same time, my cousin who was stationed on North Island, and
Hmm.
only four of us should go down. It'd be 4 men to go down every month. We just stay. We crashed in his apartment, and we still get
Uh-huh.
a. And the hotel that we used to always go to, we had to deal with these guys. They loved us. They always gave us a receipt. We always checked in and we were gone, and we never paid. They give us a receipt. Say, hey guys, it's nice to see you. See you next month.
There
We
you
give it,
go.
and boom. That's how we did it. That's how the Air Force was. Hey, we not damn.
When are you going to be heading stateside there, GT?
August 29th, I'm
Oh,
headed stateside. I'm headed stateside August 29th.
I'm not really sure. I was hoping to get someone to come here first, and but just have to see day by day, mate.
All right, keep me posted.
So he doesn't care if I come to the States. He just cares if Thunder
I
comes.
care about you, Ed.
I'll be there August 29th until September 29th.
I'll have a team of Filipino nurses waiting for you at the
Very good.
airport. Okay.
That'll be nice.
All right.
JFK. at JFK.
Hmm?
New York.
Randall wants to know what your final rank was, Ed.
Mine was a Master Sergeant E7. I retired at E7. I could have made E8, but I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to go to KI Sawyer, Michigan.
What about you, Popeye?
Sorry,
What?
mate. Never give out my rank.
Ah, no worries, brother. I understand.
But I'll tell you what my rate was.
Oh, that wouldn't mean much to me.
Well, what my job was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Yep.
In the Navy, you have a rate and a rank. I was a gunner's mate guns.
So, what did that entail?
That entailed I worked on the big guns. I worked on 16-inch guns. I worked in 5-inch 54 guns on the ship, 3-inch 50 guns on the ship. All three of those I was coded for. I was a small arms instructor, 0812, and I was also a armorer.
Okay.
Is that what you went to school for, or did you end up in? Because the Navy, they screw you around. You go every place. Like you probably swabbed decks. Well, I'll tell you Papa's job. When he went in, he swabbed decks, he fought fires, he did everything. The Navy was a one branch that you're trained to do everything.
Hmm?
Like,
On the ship, when you first report to your ship, they will send you to firefighting school, and you will learn how to become a firefighter. Because when you're at sea, you cannot call the fire department. Get my drift?
Yep.
And it's either learn or burn, baby.
the first thing they teach you is how to fit in the barrel at the bottom, at the end of the ship. That's
Yeah,
first.
and they got Ed there as an instructor.
Every week you got to go in the bottom of that barrel, Papa.
Not that barrel story again. Jesus.
Oh,
Ed.
you're in the barrel every week. See, at least one time, the whole crew, at least one time, will get in that barrel. The whole crew will. So put them in there a week at a time. That's your only job. But
Jesus.
I'll tell you why I never give out my rank, Thunder. It's as simple as this. When I do that and I talk to other veterans, they talk to me, not to my rank. Okay? And I enjoy that. And
I talked to them anyways. I knew you were right.
yeah, see, Ed, you're from a different era.
You could have
You
been a
know,
lieutenant commander. I say, hey, what the fuck you doing? I'd be the same way.
like I said, Ed, you're from a different era.
I think this shit is. Shit.
You know you're gonna take a lot of shit, GT Thunder. We're talking some mad fucking military shit all over your channel today, man.
Ah, it's all good, mate. We've covered just about every bloody topic you can think of anyway. So
Popeye was right around where I was, or maybe one over me or two over me. Because the Navy rank is really quicker. Navy rank is a little bit faster in the Air Force. So he might have been one over
Oh,
me or maybe two over me. I don't know.
oh, is that you having a dig at the Navy there, Ed?
No, I'm just telling the truth. That's how they made rank. The Air Force is shitty for rank. The Air Force was shitty for rank.
yeah, I'll tell you a story about that, Ed. When I
Yeah.
worked military police, okay, I pulled this vehicle over on the NAB mag to write him a ticket, and I walked up to the vehicle and I said, "Give me your trip ticket, your license, and your military ID card." And he said to me, "Fuck you." Okay. And you're not a real cop. And I said, "Really?" And I said, "Okay, hold on." And I called over the radio for an 1160. That's a backup. And the other guy come down screaming down code 3. And so finally he starts yapping at me and he goes, "Look, I'm a sergeant in the U.S. Air Force."
Wow.
And he said to me, I said to him, well, look, dude, I'm a sergeant too. I'm an E5. What's the big deal? You know, because he told me he was a sergeant and he had 15 years there. And I told him, well, dude, I'm a sergeant and I only had 3 years in.
Guy was confused as to sergeant. Something's wrong with this boy.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing,
Hello,
Crystal?
Crystal, my dear. How is my honey, Crystal?
So, you know, you imagine staying at the rank of E5 for 15 years, Ed? Jesus H. Christ.
Really. It took me almost, I make E7. It took me about 16 years to make E7.
That ain't bad. 16 years for E7.
And
You
the Air
know?
Force is bad. You should have it. You should have it. I'd say 12, 13.
Mhm. And
The Air Force. The problem with the Air Force, the rank, is their testing system is so screwed up.
yeah, let me break it down for Thunder, Ed. When he's saying E7, that's your pay grade, okay? And an E7 in the Navy is actually a chief petty officer,
Right.
okay? So Ed, you said you were a master sergeant. What's that? E8?
No, E7. That's E7.
That's E7. Okay, so Ed was equivalent to a chief petty officer in the United States Navy, which is a good rank to hold. It's a very respectable rank to hold. You know, and if you get to the rank, enlisted rank of E6 or above before you leave, you're doing pretty good. You've done pretty good, you know. And
Air Force E6. If you made the E6 before you retired, you were good.
yeah, and an E6 in the Air Force is what they call a tech sergeant.
Right, technical sergeant.
Yeah. And see, because I used to have you Air Force boys come on my range when I was in Iceland. Okay. I I used to get to go to a lot of countries to teach people how to shoot.
Those Air Force boys, when they shot once a year, give us some break. Yeah. All we had to do was once a year. Shoot that M16 once a year, you're qualified. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what's the highest non-commissioned officer?
Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force.
Chief Master
Yeah.
Sergeant.
E9.
And Master Chief in the United States Navy.
Yep. Yeah, I know Master Chief from the Halo game.
You don't fuck with a Master Chief, okay? and you don't fuck with a Master Sergeant either. I mean, because those guys have made their bones, all right, in the military.
Yep.
You're quiet, Crystal. What's going on? Or have you disappeared again?
No, she's there. She's disappeared.
She'll be in the background, probably listening, I'd say.
Yeah, she will be. Crystal, just have you known, there's another guy on the panel that needs to learn how to speak English too. He's from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, them California girls used to tell me all the time, man, speak English, man. I don't understand what you're saying. I used to just laugh at them.
Yep.
Yeah, I get that too, actually.
Well, Papa, I hope your daughters don't have that Boston accent. They don't, do they? Well, they're military brats, so I don't think they do.
I will never tell, Ed.
Military brats, so maybe not. Not unless you well, they may, though. They may. They may.
I will never tell, Ed. Yeah.
Yeah. They may
Oh.
though. Being living with you, they probably have it. Yeah, they gotta have it. Because their father don't know how to speak English. They probably picked it up after him.
Oh,
It's actually,
you notice? Go ahead.
go for it. I was just going to say, I mean, the English, like from one county to the next, the accent can change so drastically.
Hmm.
But 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 I'm noticing it quite a bit in the US as well, especially
Oh
northern
yeah,
and southern states. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you go. Every city has a different accent. My goodness, they'll say something different.
yeah, but I mean, like totally, like say, ah, like a New Yorker compared to say someone from the deep South, Georgia or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. New Yorker, go down there on 33rd Street, and, and then, you go down deep south and stuff. Y'all come back, oh my darling.
Where he'll say y'all, I'll
But
say you guys come back. You guys.
mm,
Yep.
Oh, it's a quiet day, Ed. What's going on? Even Junior and Gunner are quiet.
no
Uh,
shit.
wow, I noticed. Hey, Junior, did you notice something? Are you here, Junior?
No, I think he might have shot off somewhere.
A lot of wrenches are gone. I noticed that.
All the wrenches. I don't know what I pressed, but I must have clicked something, and everybody lost their wrenches. So I've
Yeah,
had.
when you probably took off all the wrenchers,
Crystal still
and
has a
then
wrench. How does Crystal have a wrench? No,
I
non
just
Crystal has a wrench.
I just given them back then.
Well, give me back
yeah.
my wrench.
I can't give you back your wrench.
No, I
Your
don't have it.
name's
I don't want it. I don't want it.
your name's not in there.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
So
Give it back.
basically,
I don't want my
what you
wrench.
did, Thunder, what you did there, Thunder, is that when you took all the wrenches away, and then when you probably clicked save, which you're supposed to do, and then when you went back to give wrenches to those who you wanted to have, you probably didn't click save again.
Yeah, Popeye won't even give me a wrench. He doesn't like
Oh,
wrenches.
dude, I took away 99% of the wrenches on both my
Well,
channels, man.
I know.
I mean, I got some trigger happy bad boys, you know.
Well, I'm not trigger happy.
That's the best joke you told all day, Ed.
That says it all about the Air Force right there, mate. Uh,
You never see them get trigger happy. No, come on. Oh, yeah. By the way, our friend, before I came in here, I was just, get my bell there, and our friend was online a little while ago, and I guess he's having a real bad case of bronchitis or something, and he needs money for medicine. So could you send some money to Deval for him?
Sorry, mate. My
Okay.
uh, my account is closed.
Yeah, he needs money for medicine because he's having a real bad case of bronchitis. He can hardly talk, and he hasn't had a cigarette in a week because the doctor told him he can't smoke, and he has to get medicine. He has no money for medicine.
is that true? Did he
Uh,
really say that?
yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I heard he said it. I just didn't know if it was true or not.
Yes, sir. You need medicine.
I think he's fucking pulling everyone's leg again, personally.
Well, I used to see him for a couple of minutes. I was watching him, and his voice was real raspy.
I mean,
And
he didn't look well, but then that could be just not eating properly, or eating
uh,
enough.
but he needs He
Well,
needs
yeah,
money
when
for.
you're not eating well and
Yeah,
you're smoking, you're drinking, it
yeah,
wears down your immune system, and bang.
that's right. You're
Oh,
gone.
speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil, what?
Yeah, Gunterman.
Oh, Gunnerman. Oh, Gunter. That's right. That's why you don't start living in the Philippines for 400 a month. Yep.
Yeah.
See, I live less than that. My wife steals all my money. Like I could have 1,000. I should just put 1,000 pesos in my wallet. In 2 days, it'll be gone because she'll need it for tricycle fare or something. I swear to God.
Sorry, guys. I'm just writing messages here. So, um,
You're right to dear Crystal. I know it. Oh shit. Speaking about cigarettes, I have no more cigarettes. Damn. 2:11 a.m. Hey, Crystal and Randall. Oh, those said hi to us, Gunner. Okay, behave like that. Hello, Gunner. So what's going on your side of the woods down there in southern Florida there, Popeye?
It's a beautiful day today,
Uh-huh.
and probably later on this afternoon, I'm going to take my little buddy to the dog park because
Yeah.
he likes to beat up on the big dogs, and I like watching him do it too. Last time I took him there, he beat a Doberman Pinscher up.
Is it big enough to eat?
Oh God.
You know, I wouldn't even 2 bites if you're lucky. That's how small this dog is. You know,
Well, you can have him. Then he's too small.
he gets a little nervous though when I light the grill off.
Does
You
he?
know? Yeah.
You threaten him? What do you get out of hand? You threaten him? You next,
I
buddy?
was like,
You
I
buddy?
look at him and I say, "Would you like to be my special guest for dinner tonight? I got some Filipinos coming over."
There you go. You know?
And his eyes get a little big, and he skedaddles to the back of the house.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, good to see you. Good to see you in there, Gunner. Yeah, again, I watched the last one. I've still got to watch a couple that you've put up that I haven't seen, but I will get to them eventually.
Agati, how you doing, my friend? You still alive there?
Well, if he's not, he's fucking pretty good at typing for a dead man.
Yeah, you might as well be. I can't. He's grounded. He is
Yeah,
grounded.
6 weeks, man, in a wheelchair. Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Bugger that.
Who's been in a wheelchair for 6 weeks?
Agati, he got in an accident in the Philippines. Somebody ran over him, I guess.
Who?
He got back to Agati. Agati.
Yeah, Higanti was doing a U-turn on his motorbike in the Philippines, and he got hit from behind by a car.
Oh shit, man! You gotta always watch your six again, man. I hope you're feeling better, bro.
Yeah, he screwed up his ankle good. He went back to Australia. They threw him in the hospital, and I guess he got a splinter or something off on his ankle.
See you, Go-Go.
Weeks.
Yep, see you later, Go-Go. Yeah, so when he come back to Australia, he thought he'd get them to look at it, and they put him on a IV drip of antibiotics straight away. One stage they wanted to operate, and now he's sort of in aftercare, and he's going to have to stay off his ankle for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yep, that's terrible.
It's kind of funny that he didn't, to be that infected. Amazing he didn't notice it, because for them to put you on an IV drip of antibiotics, a pretty serious infection.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it has to be.
So I don't know how you ever did that, Nathan. It's got me fucked because he said he thought he was getting better.
Yeah, getting better. Yeah.
Jesus, I think maybe he was probably talking about the wound itself might have been getting better, but obviously there's infection building up in there. But that's pretty bad. You have to be off it for 6 weeks, mate. And
you got a cast on it and everything. Is it all casted up?
Again, but I probably wouldn't admit that. After seeing that last video, I did make a comment on it for you. Sorry, guys.
Papa, did Auditor General come out and give any hint on what was in the report?
Yeah, the Attorney General released very little information, and what he did release was that with this report, there are no further indictments for anybody.
Yeah, good.
So
That shows a lot. Yeah. Bet you the
that
left. I bet the left is going crazy.
yeah, they're talking about they're going to release the AG is going to release conclusions on the report either late this afternoon or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jazz.
They're not going to get the. He's not going to give them the full report. He can't. He can't give them everything.
No, what happens is by law the AG is has to do a summary of the report
That's
and
it.
give the summary
Yeah.
to the Congress and the President of the United States. Now, the only thing he cannot release in the report is executive privilege information,
Mm-hmm.
and he cannot release what
Classified
was it?
information.
Any classified information
Can't
that's in the
release
report.
he can't release any information that's in a superior any state court. He can't
Hmm.
release any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he can release what he wants to release. That's it. But he can't release the full report. And Congress wants the full report.
No,
The Democrats want.
Congress has to follow the rules, and what the Democrats are doing
Yeah,
is they're trying to
they're
change
trying to
the
change.
goalposts, and they're trying to
That's it.
change the rules to
What they're
you
gonna, I
know.
bet what they do when they get what what they get what Bart gives them, they're gonna take that and they're gonna say that's not enough. They're gonna bring Mueller up and try to get it off him.
Oh, look, they're not. The Democrats aren't going to be happy until they can bring Trump into the town square
Yeah,
and publicly flog him and hang him in front of God and everybody. That's the only thing that's going to make the
that's
Democrats
not
happy.
gonna be happy, really. It's not gonna happen though. Trump is gonna be president again. He got 4 more years coming.
I can't see anyone beating him anyway.
Uh huh.
Not the Democrat Party. I still say, Papa, mark my word. Watch these three names. Yeah, the governor of Ohio, whatever his name is. Watch the governor of Ohio, Bush, and what's his face? The one that ran for president the last time and lost. Those three.
Oh,
Watch them.
Bernie Sanders.
No, the Republican that just won a Senate seat.
Oh,
Man,
okay. Yeah, I know the guy from Utah, man.
yeah, the guy from Utah,
Mitt Romney.
Krennig, and Bush. Watch them. They're three people I bet are thinking about going against Trump.
Well, if Bush Senior can get Bush Junior into the job, I guess it would be beyond them getting the third one in there, would it?
Jeb Bush, no, Jeb
Well,
Bush was the 2016, the last election where Trump won. Jeb Bush was the Republican nominee, really. The Republicans wanted Jeb Bush, and Trump
dude,
felt it.
it's time to stay out of the bushes. Okay.
That's right. That's
All right.
right.
The Bush dynasty is over.
Over.
The old man is dead. You know.
Yeah. But
And
Mark were yeah, Kucinich and Bush and what's his face. Those are the three. Romney. Those are the three I bet are going to put up a fight to Trump.
yeah, I doubt it.
I think that's him. I think that's fair. I think it's fair.
If the Republicans are smart, they'll just kick back and watch the Democrats eat each other alive. That's the way I
Yeah,
see it.
but these
But
are
we're probably
these are
boring poor
that hate.
Thunder with. Hey, we're probably
No, no,
boring poor Thunder with this American political talk.
no. I don't mind
Uh,
it. I've lost track of what's happening over there since Trump got elected. So
but those are three people that hate Trump. They hate him so much they'll go against him. I bet.
Yeah,
see,
we'll see.
the only problem is some of the names you mentioned. I mean, I've heard Romney,
Yeah,
Jeb Bush, and that, but not the guy from
Christian,
Ohio. So I don't know.
Ohio. Yeah. Well, he
No,
was
I
so
don't.
bad. He is so bad. The Republican National Convention was in Ohio. He didn't even go to it. That's how much he hated Trump. He
Shit.
didn't even go to the convention.
Well,
So
I mean, Trump wasn't. Uh, you know, he wasn't or the best way to say it, he was the lesser of two evils. He maybe wasn't the best choice, but he was the lesser of two evils at the time, and it's probably done America good to get away from these professional politicians for a while and have someone in there who's not so politically correct. And
That's true.
you know, too many professional politicians. It's almost a family business now with some of these politicians, and I think the only thing that really bothers me about the American system is that you need money, and so therefore you're always getting the rich in these positions, and at the end of the day, they don't really know how the average American lives.
No, they don't.
No, there's not
And
too many
that's why Trump won, because people like Clinton and all those who went up in 2016, what they do, they flew right over middle America and never visit any of those states.
That's where Trump hit them all. He got. But you don't see. I don't see you see one poor congressman or senator or anybody in government. You don't see one poor person sitting up in high government. No way. Gotta have the cash behind you.
Yeah, I guess that's a flaw in the system that well, I mean, I guess some people might not think so, but uh, to me, an everyday American should have that same right to be able to get up there and represent their country. And it seems that to get elected to any position, you need money. You know,
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
and and even then, you need the backing of others, and it gets a little bit complicated and hard for the everyday American to get into that.
It's like going into a Filipino bar, man. No money, no honey. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
All
exactly.
it.
right.
No money, no honey. $25. That's a long time.
Jesus, Ed.
I always say
Oh,
stop at $5. He loved me a long time for $5, but he wants more. He getting goddamn inflation. I think he's turning them socialist. Shit.
Bloody hell, Ed. How do you get away? I mean, your missus must be asleep, obviously.
She is. She's not asleep.
If she heard you, she'd probably be smacking you across the head.
She probably would be.
Can't blame her either.
Yeah, she puts up with me. She's good.
Oh god, the best one, Popeye, is we were all on here on the panel one day, and next minute, mate, Ed's wife comes through the door and she's hammering him, mate, about cleaning his room.
Cleaning my desk. Cleaning my desk.
It was
that's
hilarious.
Your desk.
I
It was
love it
hilarious.
when a wife gets all over the dude, man. It's hilarious.
Oh,
But
he's
Thunder, I
It was
got to
my
toddle
desk.
off here, brother. I got things to do.
no
Thank
worries.
you.
All right.
Thanks for popping in.
Mr. Popeye, thank you for stopping by. I like to see you every once in a while.
All right. Good to talk to you, Ed. Good to
Yep,
talk to you, Thunder. You guys have a good one. All right.
you
See you
too, mate.
later
Take care.
on.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Oh god, that was
You ain't
funny,
done
Ed.
yet? Get out of here. You ain't done yet? Get out of here. You're still here. What's the matter with you, Popeye? You said you're leaving. Leave. Thank you.
Jesus, Ed.
God damn it.
You know how to make
Robbie, good
someone.
one.
You know how
What?
to make someone feel welcome.
Yeah, I tell you what. Oh, shit. I love you and Papa, man. We can go at him all day long. He come at me all day long. It don't matter. He's a good man. So I always tell him, I goes, his daughter, when his daughter ever has a baby, I says, if it's a little boy, he's the first thing I'm going to do when she has a baby, I'm going to send him a model of a C-130 U.S. Air Force airplane, and we will go to. I go. I have to live long enough, at least say another 30 years, to go to his graduation at the U.S. Air Force Academy. That gets Popeye riled up.
Jesus.
So keep him riled. Keep going. No, I'm not crabby. It's today. What do you mean today? It's already 2:26 a.m. in the morning. Jesus. I did sleep a couple. I fell asleep after you went off before I laid down and just woke up again.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure how you got up and walked around with having a bit of a chip off the bone there. Maybe I got a feeling you were probably in shock at the time. So if something like that happens and you actually get knocked out, that's pretty full on, mate.
I got the after the next day or something. Did you feel like you sprained your ankle or something? Did you think you sprained it? Oh my goodness, that's awful. But Dante won't be back in. He won't be back for a couple months. He's grounded.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Gunnar. Don't make it worse.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
you're gonna have to wait for a little bit.
but when it first happened, Nathan, you were knocked out. I'm pretty positive, mate. There would have been a bit of shock there. So
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
something like that happening, uh, maybe a bit of
Okay.
concussion as well. And if you're knocked out, shit.
Yep, I bet you. Yeah.
Fuck. Would have been a worry, mate. Seeing it all black. That's fucking pretty
All black.
horrendous.
If all black, you think, oh, Jesus is gonna fall off. Oh my goodness. Well, you're getting ready to come back anyways at the time, weren't you? When you get ready to go back to Australia?
I think he still had a week or so, or 2 weeks, a couple of weeks left. How you, do,
Yeah.
how you doing downtown?
You didn't give Junior his wrench back yet, did you?
Um, yeah, I did.
Oh shit! You should take it off of him and tell him that me and him not getting our wrenches back. That'd be cool. Say you took all the wrenches away, you're not getting them back. Me and him. Yeah. Good morning. Morning time somewhere. Oh, yeah, it is morning time in the States. Afternoon. Afternoon.
Well, it's bloody, what is it, nearly 5 a.m. here, so
Yeah.
late where you are then. So what,
Yeah.
4,
It
about
is
2:30?
2:30 in the afternoon on the East Coast, where I am. Yeah.
No, but 2:30 p.m., like, oh, sorry, a.m. in the morning, 2:30 in the morning where you are.
Yeah, on the East Coast, United States, it's 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
11:30 in California. Hello, Ray
Uh,
Hammond.
Hey, Ray.
3 hour difference between California and Pennsylvania.
Trying to catch up here with some of the guys that are starting to chat. He was there for 5 weeks after it happened.
Yeah. Fixed my bike and visit Larry and everything. Kid thinks it. And probably painful the whole time, right? Dying in pain the whole 5 weeks.
No, well, he was saying that after that he fixed his bike and visited Larry and was doing things. So,
But was he in pain or did it stop hurting?
uh,
Piso. 3,000 pesos. What, 55 bucks? 60 bucks. Yeah, it hurt. See, it hurt for 5 weeks. He's walking around on a hurt ankle, not caring. See, and now I just sprained my ankle for 5 weeks.
Shit.
Well, at least where you put ice on it and junk.
Well, ice is usually the first thing you put on it. Then
Yeah, ice.
after, and then after that, it's heat.
Yeah.
Ice it when you first do it, and then heat afterwards.
Yep.
But from the sounds of it, mate, it's, when you go black to your knee, like
Really?
shit.
I'd be worried right there and then.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Did you get at least X-rayed in the Philippines? Did you go to?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you go to Stillman and have an X-ray at least? Man, I wish I had a. I hurt my. I went. I bent down 2 days ago. My back is still killing me. I'll tell you. No X-rays in the Philippines. Holy Jesus.
That was a mistake, I think.
That's right. You should have went to Stillman. At least got an X-ray. Said something.
Hell, man, just for just peace of mind.
Yeah. Is it sprained or not? Yeah. Like I sprained my ankle a couple of times. If I'm in pain more than 3-4 days, well, if I sprain my ankle, I give it about 4 days, and then I'd start worrying after 4 days if it's still swollen and hurting. That's X-ray time.
Pretty lucky though, really. Could have been a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're still with us, Nathan. So.
Yep. That's right. Yeah, welcome. I thought that was okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been helping much, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Jesus, spending another 5 weeks in the Philippines. Shit. Well, at least you're on the mend now, so.
Yeah.
But I think Gunner's right. Don't walk on it too early, even if you can, man.
By the way, a good way when you travel, how to get got to when you travel, how to get to the airport real quick. You got the excuse now. What I do every time I travel, like when I leave the end of the month, I tell them I need a wheelchair because I have diabetic feet, right? And I really can't walk that far. I'll go to the airport. I need a wheelchair, and they take you right to the airport. You're the first one on the airport, first one on the airplane, and when you go through customs, you go through security and everything, you go flying right through. They take you. That is the coolest way to go, man. I always do that. Tell them I need a wheelchair, and I ride around and get in the airport and just ride around in the wheelchair.
Hey, Junior, he's road tripping. Oh, good on you.
Oh, Junior, how come you got a wrench? I don't have a wrench. What the hell is this shit?
He didn't want one either, actually.
What's this? Junior, you ass kisser, you kissing his ass to get a damn wrench back.
There you go. The partnership is falling apart.
That's right. He kissed your ass to get his wrench back. I swear to God.
Well, Junior, you got a wrench. Ed hasn't.
Oh, be damn.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Well, 5:06 a.m., guys. I might hit the road. I think. You don't want the damn wrench.
Take it off of him. If I don't have one, he don't get one. Take it off. That's all it is.
Guys, thanks for coming along anyway. Thanks for joining me, Ed. Thanks to Popeye for
Anytime,
joining.
Matt.
Thanks for Popeye for popping in. It's always a good chat, and always hear some pretty interesting and funny stories. Yep, see you guys. Sorry, I'm just answering. Sorry, I just got to answer this mail. Oh, jeez, what here? Okay. All good. Done. All right, guys. Roll one and roll out. All right. You have a good time, Nathan. Downtown. Thanks for coming, Ray, Junior, Gunner. No nonsense. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot.